What's up everyone, I'm Hyperdimensional Greenbean, and I'm back with Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise. So, admittedly, hopefully this isn't the most boring way of going about it, but I'm probably gonna spend a bit of time just kind of going about things in normal order, at least while I have that ability. Wait, did I just get a fucking summon spirit? I think that's what that is. Select to get. Teaches Baham to callers, must have a caller in the party to use. Okay, well, caller is a summoner, and I do not have one. Samurai armor. Oh yeah, I'm also gonna retoggle on random battles for now. If anyone is interested, I'd like to hear if you guys would like to see more, like, if I should wander around with random battles on, or if you guys would rather that I didn't have it on and I mostly just grind off screen. I figure for now I'm kinda gonna do a mixture of both. Sometimes I'll like grind a little bit like, well, it depends. I didn't realize we'd be fighting imps in here. If the only thing we're fighting in here is imps, I'm probably gonna turn battles back off, oh yeah, cause you're, normally in this area. Also, oh my god. Crystal might be better than the Dragoon hands, I'm actually not sure. Oh, Crystal actually isn't usable by him. What about the Samurai? Wait, they actually can see the stats now, so... It looks like, no, the Dragoon stuff is better, and the Crystal isn't for him. Crystal will have to be when I get, I believe, Cecile in my party. But anyways, as I was saying earlier, when I was playing last time, man, is it lucky to have Kane as one of my starting party members, because normally Kane starts with you, but he doesn't really become a mainstay party member until way later in the game, which kind of means he's really strong. Like, he has a lot of equipment that he can use, and he's also just a really good physical fighter, so he's kind of gonna be a little game-breaking. I also still wonder if party members will ever leave my party. It almost seems overpowered if they don't. Like, it seems like it's gonna be pretty easy if, all my party members are permanent. Okay, well we have something that actually poses somewhat of a challenge here, as I have creams, which are, basically like most flans in Final Fantasy. They have really high physical resistance, and they're very resistant to most kind of magics, except like one element. I kind of forget which ones these are, like... They're yellow, so I assume they're lightning element, so fire didn't do- oh shit, Tella's like out of MP. I forget if I can use Zeus Rage more than once, or if that, like, is repeatable. How do I run again? Right, both shoulder buttons. You know what I should probably do? Maybe stop by a town. Oh my gosh, I actually got an equipment for Tella. Or Porum, but I think it's probably more relevant for Tella at the moment. Dang, there we go. A power staff. Way more power to him. Awesome. Okay, I actually don't think I'm gonna make you guys sit around and watch me go through the epic adventures of getting all the way back to town so I can rest. Actually, the trip was not very far. I kind of forgot, this is something I could show off here. There are actually, some healing pots, things that restore HP and MP just sort of in the environment. I believe they're these things here, yes. So, that's something important. HP and stats are covered. The children love to hear Edward sing, but that's because they don't have the boss bit. What does that mean? Hold Y while driving the hovercraft to really pick up some steam. Okay, so I can make it go faster. But yeah, anyway, so normally you're supposed to get Edward here. So generally what happens here is you go in here, and it's actually a perfectly, I want to say it's a fine castle, kind of already a little bit wrecked from war. And Edward is here, trying to, like, you know, woo his lady, and she's like, tell her, stop beating up my boyfriend with the stick, you old man. And then a bunch of, like, bombers come through and nuke this building, which turns it into what it is now. These cheats may have shifted during bombardment. Use caution. Okay. Ooh, a lunar staff. Samurai armor. Awesome. And a little bit of money. It's funny, the money has been very underwhelming amounts, but I feel like almost everything else has been good. Oh wait, I already have samurai armor, don't I? Wow. Once again, been getting very lucky. What about the lunar staff? Willpower plus 10 versus strength plus 10 inflicts berserk. Well, I think the magic stats are a little more relevant, but I can give Porum the power staff so she can at least smack things better, I guess. Not exactly what the majors are for, but hey, I'm glad I could remember that there was a... But wait, can I open... Yeah, assassin's dagger, more little bit of money, a wizard robe, a dancing dagger, a big bomb, and a samurai helmet. Okay, more badass stuff, or at least some more badass stuff. Admittedly, I don't really have anyone who can use the armor yet, but I'll take the wizard robes. Or did I say the armor? I meant the dagger. Though I did think I got... Oh yeah, I thought the glass stuff is so freaking good. And I think that's pretty much the only relevant things I got, at least for now. I wish I remembered how the combat items in this game worked, because I don't know if I should be excited about getting those or not. I think they're consumables, but I also remember barely using them. Wait, whistle summons the fat chocobo. Fascinating. Diet food removes piggy status. That's actually kind of useful. Elixir's always nice. Cure 3. Bahamut, which will be nice. Well, the Bahamut, that's an awesome find. That'll be amazing once I get my summoner in the party. It's funny that they, unless I'm misremembering, maybe you get more than one, but I swear you only have, like, basically one summoner through most of the game, so it's funny they make it sound like summoner is a class. You don't have a lot of summoners in the game. Anyways, back to the caves. I will turn on counters back on, so, you know, that'll keep happening, I guess. Mostly because, okay, actually, maybe, once again, if imps are going to be showing up, maybe not. Mostly, I just want to gain a few levels. But yeah, anyways, so at this point in the game, you would basically only have Edward and Cecile in your party, which I think is why the monsters in here are so crappy, because Cecile is pretty strong, but Edward is near useless, so you really don't have a lot you can do here. In fact, I think Edward is one of the few party members... That's not what I wanted to do. Edward is one of the few party members that you don't have full control of. Like, I actually remember if Edward takes damage... Actually, I don't remember if he takes damage, if it's what he does in general, but Edward has a tendency to use the hide ability, which just makes him temporarily retreat from battle. So, he's pretty lame. At least at first. I do believe later on he becomes more relevant, though to be honest I don't think he ever becomes amazing, like especially if I just get to choose my party members, as we go, I'm probably not gonna ever use Edward. Which I guess is sort of the weird feeling of being able to choose. A part of me is like, oh, that's really cool. Also, wow, just got a really good shield to go with my really good sword. Oh wait, I guess that's for, what, only Cecile? Yeah. Oh well, there are some things like that. Cecile gets some cool exclusive equipment. I'm actually not sure if late game Cecile is better than late game Kain. Like, probably kind of depends. But I'm willing to bet they can both use similar stuff. I'm actually curious how that works in game terms. Because I don't want to go... well, I'm probably going to spoil it as we get to it anyways, like, explain the story. But basically, Cecile gets a class change. Huh. Just like Kain can't use this, but a bunch of party members can. Hey Tella, how about you equip the Gaia Helm, which makes you have more wisdom, willpower, and just generally better at not dying. All good things if you ask me. Things I definitely want on a wizard. Another that's weird. I don't feel like there's really a reason to have more than one of those, but sure, I'll take another Bahamut. A longsword. Okay, I don't think I really need that, but sure. More very minor amounts of money. So I believe, I want to say this isn't just a pass-by cave, but maybe it is. I vaguely remember, I think you go in, I want to say this is the Antlion Cave. Either this is the cave to the next town, which it could be, or this might be the Antlion Cave, which is something you have to go to get a, I want to say it's like a ruby or something for some reason. But basically, you go in here to get an item to cure somebody who's injured, which would be, yes. Okay, which actually means I forget if there's any treasures around the rim, or if this is just a big nothing. But that does mean we are going to fight another boss here. But yeah, normally you go here to fight a, antlion to get basically a medicinal item for the main character's, Cecile's girlfriend, Rosa. Was that a wizard? Oh no, it's a Leviathan, apparently. That's a little scary, maybe? Okay, that's kind of scary, actually. That sort of hurt. Would lightning do some nice damage to it, maybe? Okay, lightning doesn't do terrible damage. I should pay attention to how much Kain does to, like, get an idea of if I should actually be concerned. I don't think this thing will be too bad, though. In fact, wow. Man, this is one of those bosses I wish I remembered a little better. I don't remember if, like, depending on... oh. Well, that was easy. Did I mention this is like one of the easier Final Fantasy games? What did we get? Adamant! Wow, that's, a little too lucky for my tastes, almost. What the fuck? That's like the thing I need to make into the sword that I'm supposed to be foraging. I'm probably just gonna kind of go through most of the dungeons anyways. In fact, I don't know if there's more items I need. I'm trying to remember. I mean, technically, I believe that I have to, like, do something with the crystals before I can forge the adamant. Though, a part of me does now wanna... maybe I should, like, go see if I can find the legendary guy who, you know, the guy who would forge the adamant into the legendary blade and see what the heck he says. Okay, right. So, admittedly, that might be difficult. So, to get to... actually, I'm curious. For one, I forget, do I have, like, a proper map? I swear I did have some kind of in-game map, but I'm not sure. Either way, to actually get to the guy, I would have to go through the Tower of Babel, which is a little bit later in the game. So to be 100% honest, I might not quite be ready to do that yet. It's probably not a bad idea to just kind of like keep exploring. Oh wait, I believe here is... Okay, so let's go to the mountain pass, because that'll allow us to get another character. That's where you would normally get Yang. Oh. But, right, it's sealed with this stuff, and we can't actually get rid of that, can we? I forget how you normally go about getting rid of it. I believe it's fire. I want to say one of your party members casts some kind of spell, but, well, it doesn't really seem like we have any ability to do that right now. Oops. Alright, well, let's see if we can kind of cheat a little bit and get in this from the other side. Maybe we'll be able to just... I think we will. I also could be wrong about the fact that I'm going to get a party member here, to be honest. Oh, nope, there totally is. Sid joined. Well, that's kind of cool. Whoa, a wyvern. Fun. I like wyverns. I like dragons in general. It's funny, I feel like actually Porum's sprite is distinctively different. A lot of the sprites I've barely noticed a change in. I do... Oh, shoot. Okay, walls are reflect. So that was a bad idea. Don't cast magic. Nuke. Oh no, Sid. Sid got nuked. Interesting. I wonder if there's like a bonus to the bouncing spells off itself, because I forgot that's something that it did. Oh shoot. Well, there goes Tella. I'm glad I have some pretty freaking good physical party. Good. Woo. Kane gained a level. Yang gained 2 levels. Porum gained 3 and learned Cure 2 and Mute. Awesome. Well, I'm glad I have another party member. As much as I can't say that, Swoon. Is that what being called downed is here? Well, whatever. You know, for once I guess I'm glad I do have Porum here, because she can get them not dead anymore. How much does a normal heal do? Decent. How much does a big heal do? It's not that more efficient, honestly. I think it'd be more efficient to just spam regular cures, which is maybe on purpose. Maybe that's how this is supposed to work. I don't know. Regardless, I'm gonna go ahead and get everyone a little more healthy. There we go. Oh, and Yang too. I've heard Yang has like a ton of HP. He's pretty... I guess that's to make up for the fact that he's not as tanky as you would think. I actually got lucky and got stuff I can equip to him, but he doesn't have a lot of equipment he can wear. Oh yeah, I forgot. He has these Thunder Claws. So this is better. I also don't like the fact, come to think of it, I remember not like the fact that a lot of his equipment, it actually doesn't, like, change his stuff he hits with, doesn't really change his stats. Wow. That's actually pretty decent. Wow, this looks crazy good. Okay. Well, there we go. He's got a big old poison axe. I guess I did get something good for Sid. I hadn't realized. Wait, you can wear samurai armor too? Awesome. Prisoner. Prevent sleep. I don't really... I guess it's probably, if anything, kind of a joke. You have the prisoner armor, and it's, like, really uncomfortable, so you can't sleep in it. Okay. Well, apparently Sid can dress like a samurai and has a giant axe. That's rad. Alright, so, oh, and an ogre. I found an ogre slaying dagger. It's a +6 against ogres. I don't know if it's even +6. That's it's a D&D meme. I freaking love D&D. I've actually been playing a lot of... This is super unrelated. Okay, so actually, before I get into that, D&D things, which I have been playing a lot of D&D in general, I kind of am always, and especially recently have been. So this part of the story, you get past the fire barrier, I don't remember how, that's okay, and then that's where you encounter Yang, and you save him from bombs. So that one I guess theoretically doesn't change that much if you think about it. I mean, instead I encountered Sid and I saved him for a wyvern. Which still kind of killed him anyways, but that's okay because he's in my party now and we can revive him. So that's all that really matters. But geez, that wyvern's pretty intense. Once again, luckily, we have a lot of especially that we have Sid. Our party's honestly pretty beefy. So, once again, this will probably be a little easy. That's okay, right? Probably. I don't know. Sorry if that makes it boring for anyone that you're like, this is so easy. What are you playing in baby mode? Because it's weird. It feels like this is, like, I know I was even like, Final Fantasy IV is easy, and it kind of is. Like, it's definitely, I wouldn't even describe it easy in a bad way. I describe it easy in the way that it's one of the... Actually, can I drop this in? I don't know why. I was thinking the flat plains I couldn't. Awesome. Okay, I can drop it pretty close to castle. It's more easy in the way that it's it's one of the few RPGs, especially in the SNES era. Not, let's just say, as much these days. But during the SNES era, it's one of the few RPGs I can think of that don't really require grinding. You're not expected to, and that's not to say there's others that, don't, but essentially for a Final Fantasy game, it's very, very light on things like necessary grinding to make sure that you're an adequate level to not just die. The game's pretty easy like that, very beginner-friendly, and that might even be a turnoff to some people, but I think it's fine. But I will say for a randomizer, where I'm getting super high-powered equipment earlier in the game than I'm supposed to, and I'm finding all these high-value party members, it's kind of easy to feel a little bit like, the game is just way easier than it normally would be by a lot. Some of that equipment in there is okay, but once again, it's very expensive. I'm probably not gonna, especially given our position right now is pretty good. King of Football, will you help us defend the crystal? Sure. Man, I totally got this. So this is basically, this isn't really a boss fight per se. This is more... Oh, wait, I guess this is a boss fight. Huh. I wonder if this was a mistake. Well, no, okay, it doesn't look like it was a mistake. Honestly, yeah, they're less deadly than the last boss we fought. That's fun. So this is a, I remember these bosses, they're a boss where you fight the, these three. It's honestly not that big of a deal. You fight these three and it's what the heck? And they're kind of just dumb. I think you fight them way later in the game. I don't remember anything about them, honestly. They just kind of suck. As has been seen by the fact that one of them is already dead, and they keep casting wall, which bounces off of the other one to cast wall on my party, which seems like just a bad idea, really. But hey, I'm not arguing. A straightforward boss. Oh, shoot, Charm. Now that's kind of concerning if I hadn't already just won. Yang gains 2 levels. Yang gains 2 levels. Sid gained a level. Tella gained a level. And Borm gains 2 levels. Well, sure did gain some levels. So is this the thing I thought it was? No, I bet this is maybe later in the... I don't know. Hey, we owe you so much. Take this dark knight who came to Fabule... left this long ago. I got a tower key. Awesome. Probably means I could go... What? No, you can't have a ship. I'm not made of ships. Dark Knights keep passing through and leaving their stuff here. I like a lot of the dialogue changes. Cat claws make you fast. I want a cat claw, gotta go fast. Charm boosts agility, but has a lower hit rate than most claws. Ing's high HP makes him a good candidate to use HP-based items like Firebomb. No. I don't really... Can you get out of there? Frickin' jerk NPCs. Magic Basidia ain't played nobody. What? It's better to focus than attack, especially enemy counterattacks. Bear will help physical defense. It's only useful for us in longer battles. So this I mean the bear command, not a literal bear. Though I guess a bear would also help. I want a bear. I feel like a lot of the dialogue, I have to wonder how much of this dialogue is default. I know some of it very clearly isn't. A charm rod. Ooh, that sounds fancy. Ice arrows. Asura. Another summoning thing for when I eventually get a summoner. I cast Cure 1 on these monks. It's the most MP efficient way to heal outside of combat. Wish I know Thunder did extra damage to robots before I went to the giant. Kick deals damage equal to about half of Yang's base attack power. We monks end up here a lot because we can't equip most offensive armors. Would you like to change your name? No. Very well, anytime you change your mind. I tried to tell them not to use illusions, but no, they just rushed into battle. Oh. I don't think I have any relevant items for you. Do you want a cure? No, I don't really know what she wants, to be honest. But I'm having fun talking to some NPCs. Honestly, hopefully this is still enjoyable to watch. This is massively easy, more so. In fact, given that I got the tower key, I think I can just kind of, if I really wanted to, I could probably just kind of rush even more forward and try to beat the game now. But, I don't know, I kind of want to explore a little bit more, see if I can get a few more items, maybe gain some more levels before jumping right into the Dark World. And really, I want more party members. I guess that's an advantage of the fact that I've already played this game. I could probably... No, I don't even think probably. I could beat the game with this party. I probably would need to get a few more levels before we got to endgame areas, maybe a little more equipment. But honestly, this party isn't terrible. I think the worst party member here is probably Kane. I mean, Yang. Kane's amazing. Probably Yang. I kind of remember Yang not being a very consistent party member. Let's see. I'll say Charm Staff. Wisdom plus 10 casts Charm. Probably gonna give that to Porum over the Power, Staff, which just isn't really... Okay, she can't use it. Can I bet I can switch her out for the Lunar one, so let's do that. You get the Charm Staff, and you get the Lunar Staff. Porum admittedly has a little bit of redundancy with Tella, but the good news with Tella is that he does generally do, like, he does a lot of things. I guess the worst thing for Tella, for late game, like I said, is just that he doesn't really gain a lot of positive stats. In fact, you can kind of already see it. His wisdom is pretty decent, but his willpower, which I think is a magic stat, is already lower than Porum's. And that'll just, as the game goes on, that distance of stats like that will just continue to climb. And also his physical stats are all abysmal. So Tella is really, I guess to be fair, Tella would probably be the other one I would really want to switch out for late game. Form's fine for late game because, well, I'm not excited to have her now. Because Tella early game is a perfectly fine healer. I'm gonna be glad to have her in general. Yang, just, I don't really like Yang. Kayn is good. Kayn and Sid are really good. Like, Sid's, like, surprisingly good in this game, considering he's normally just engineer man. But dang, he sure does deal some damage with those heavy weapons. I think the main issue he tends to run into in normal gameplay terms is just that I want to say it's kind of hard to find good weapons for Sid. Like, I feel like his weapons are kind of rare. In fact, I'm really lucky that I found... once again, to be fair, I have been very lucky. I've gotten all the items I need. Maybe my luck stat is just amazingly high. Or maybe I just got silly lucky here. But, because, I don't know, it's lucky that I got stuff for Sid. It's lucky that I already have the Adamant and the Babel. If I were speedrunning this would just be, like, the easiest setup ever. Regardless, I think I'm gonna end it here, we made some good progress, and this was fun, got to see more fun dialogue, see a new place, all that good stuff. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all next time.